Discipline is this simple. Unfortunately, that's what makes it really hard. I am not going to talk about morning routines, habit stacking, the 5-second rule, because I truly believe that discipline isn't a system. It's not a routine. It's not motivation. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do when you said you'd do it. That's it, and that's why most of you will never have it. Let's talk about the real problem. Yesterday, you told yourself that you'd go to bed at 11 p.m. You didn't. You told yourself you'd wake up and study. You scrolled instead. You told yourself you'd skip junk food today. You ate it anyway. You told yourself you'd never jack off again. You gooned anyway. Now, the biggest problem with this tendency is that each time you break your own word, you're teaching your brain that your promises mean nothing. You're not just failing at the task. You're failing at being someone who keeps their word. And your brain learns. It learns that when you say, "I'll do this," it doesn't actually mean anything. So the next time you promise yourself something, your brain already knows. It goes, "Yeah, sure you will." So this is the exact reason why you can't stick to anything. Not because you lack discipline, because you've trained yourself not to trust your own words. Many people love complicated systems because if discipline requires the perfect routine, the right app, the ideal schedule, then you have an excuse. I've seen many people saying, "I just haven't found the right system yet." Even, I used to say this exact bullshit thing. But if discipline is just doing what you said you'd do, then there's no excuse. There's just you failing to keep your word. And that's actually uncomfortable. So you buy another course, download another app, watch another video, because that feels like progress. But bro, you need to understand this, that this is not progress. This is avoidance. You already know what to do, you just don't do it. So I want you to do this from now on, and you're gonna hate it because it's this simple. Step 1, pick 2 non-negotiables. Not 10, not 5, but just 2. For example, phone away by 10:50 p.m. No phone for the first 40 minutes after waking up. That's it. Not, "I'll try to sleep early." Not, "I'll limit my screen time." Instead, focus on specific, measurable, non-negotiable. Step 2, do it every single day for at least 12 days. Don't try to modify. Once you take a pledge to commit to something, there will be times when you feel like adding more things, but the reward is often disappointment because you're going to fall flat on your face. It's the same as going to the gym. Don't do 5 to 6 different exercises for each muscle, but instead focus on doing 3 exercises and progressive overload. You said 11 p.m. At 11 p.m., the phone needs to go away. I don't care if you're in the middle of a video. I don't care if someone texted you. You gave your word, so have the decency to keep it. Step 3, build proof. Day 1, you do it, you've proven you can. Day 2, you do it again. The pattern starts. Day 7, you've kept your word 7 times in a row. Your brain starts to learn, oh, when I say I'll do something, I actually do it. This is how you rebuild self-trust. Not with motivation, not with inspiration, but with actual evidence. You keep your word every single day until your brain believes you again. Also, you can't forget about the compound effect. I actually had created a detailed video on this topic too, so if you want, you can check it out. Okay, enough self-promotion, and here's what happens after day 7. At this point, you're not just building discipline, you're building identity. You become someone who keeps their word. And when you're someone who keeps their word, everything changes. Because now when you say, "I'm going to study for 2 hours," you actually do it. When you say, "I'm going to work on my side hustle," you actually do it. When you say, "I'm going to quit this bad habit," you actually quit. Not because you found some magic system, because you're someone who does what they say they'll do. And this shit compounds. 1% better every day sounds like bullshit motivation. But if you actually keep your word every day, that 1% is real. Day 1, you're slightly more trustworthy to yourself. Day 30, you're unrecognizable. Day 90, people start asking what changed. But the reality is that nothing changed except you stopped lying to yourself. The challenge for you is that you can keep searching for the perfect system, the right routine, the secret hack, or you can accept that it's this simple and just do it. Pick 2 things. Do them for 7 days. No excuses. Phone away at 11 p.m. No phone for 40 minutes after waking, or whatever. 2 things you need. Those 2 were just examples. But here's the rule. If you say you'll do it, you must have to do it. You can't say, "I'll start tomorrow." You gave your word, so you must keep it. 7 days. Prove to yourself you can keep your word, then add more. But start with 2. It's this simple. Unfortunately, you already knew that. So this is it. I am working on something that should have been launched last month, as I mentioned in a couple of my videos, but I couldn't because of personal issues. Also, I'm really thankful to all of you who support my work. We crossed 100K subs within 1 year and 10 days. To be honest, I never really cared about this or the silver play button, because at the end of the day, it's just a number on a screen, right? But this time, I really wanted it. I wanted it as proof that if I put my mind into something, then I can do it. And to be honest, I never even went 100% throttle on Grim Wisdom. Whatever. If you want, you can join my Substack newsletter. The link is in the bio. And don't forget to check out the Meanest study guide. See you in the next video. Bye.